Hello everyone, it is Toby here. It is 7:45 in the morning. I have just woken up and this is going to be a day in my life, the life of an amateur strongman, how I balance my training, my meals with work and everything else. A few people have asked for it, so that is what we're going to do. So today is Monday morning, and what better day to show you a day in my life than the first day of the week. This is how every single day of the week looks for me. Well, at least every single day of the week that I'm here in my flat and doing work. Obviously, I do 2 of my days in the home gym, but they are later in the week at home when I don't have to do quite as much work. I am a software engineer, so I have the joy of working from home and being flexible with my hours, which helps a lot with strongman training and all of that jazz. So first thing I'm going to do is literally 7:45. I've just woken up, I've got changed, and the first thing I do on any morning is as soon as I wake up, I go straight to the gym and get my cardio in. That way I have no excuse not to do it. It's before I look at any work stuff, before I look at anything else, before I start cooking breakfast. Literally anything. I get up, I get changed, I have a glass of water, and then I shoot off to the gym to get some cardio in. That way there is no excuse not to do it, and it is a great start to the day. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the car and we're going to head down to the gym. So we are off to the gym now for morning cardio. A few reasons why I enjoy doing the cardio first thing in the morning for breakfast, namely, is the big difference to a lot of people. For me, I like doing my cardio fasted. It means that I can't push as hard as I would usually do, you know, in a gym session, or like I don't push as hard as I'm capable of, and that is so that I save myself for the important work, the weight session later in the day, but I can still get up, get moving, which is fantastic. So I think it's really important to do some form of cardiovascular activity every single day. So that's why I do this cardio every morning without fail. First thing I do when I wake up is do some cardio. And what I do for the cardio is I start off with a bit of like steady state warm up with the incline treadmill. So I just whack the treadmill on its incline and do 10 minutes of fairly fast paced walking. So that's really low impact on the joints, just gets me warm, gets me moving. And then I do a couple rounds of interval stuff on a couple of the harder cardio machines, so whether that be the rowing machine, the assault bike, the ski erg, something like that. I pick 2 of those, do 3 rounds of 30 seconds on and a minute off on each. And that is the one that has the biggest carryover to something like Strongman, because in Strongman you're never really working for more than 30 to 40 seconds, so if you could absolutely smash it for 30 seconds and then recover in the minute, then that is what's going to help you the most with Strongman. So that's why I do that every morning, and it's not the toughest thing in the world. Obviously it's very, very hard while you're doing it, but because it's only for 30-second intervals, it's not that high impact on your body. But I'll tell you what, it does get you sweating, it does get you moving, absolutely get you absolutely pumped up and warm. But that is pretty much it, and then we finish off with a bit of like a cool down with a similar walk on a treadmill, but I swapped my second incline walk with a backwards walk on the unpowered treadmill. So it's one of those drive treadmills that is like magnetic resistance. So by doing backwards walking on that, it's focusing on my legs, driving backwards. It's sort of like similar to like an anchor drag or something in Strongman, but that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it to try and get better at that. I'm doing it because it's really good for the knees, and it builds really like healthy, strong cartilage in the knees and strong tendons by doing backwards walking. So I do that every single morning just to make sure that my knees stay strong, and it helps rehabbing that knee injury I had this time last year. So if I do that every single morning, then hopefully that won't happen again. So yeah, that is my gym routine for the morning cardio. I haven't really gone over that on video before, but it is something that I've done every day for quite a while now, at least 6 months. So it is important to share. That's why I'm doing this day of the life, to get every aspect of what I do in, because it's great seeing my training and all, but for someone who wants to emulate it and get into strongman training, if you're not seeing the whole story, just trying to do the training, it's going to be great obviously, but it might not be enough. So yeah, that is what we're going to do. I'm going to get in the gym, I'm going to film what I can of this session, and then we're going to head home for some breakfast. Cardio done. I'm sufficiently hot, I am sufficiently sweaty. It is a roasting day today in the UK. It is like going to be like 30 degrees Celsius, which I know isn't the hottest in the world. I know probably all of you Americans from Texas will shout at me and say that's nothing, but UK heat hits different. UK heat is horrific, and until you've experienced it, don't comment on it. So I'm going to go home. Luckily, I've got a portable air conditioner in my flat, so that's running right now. Make it nice and cool, but I'm going to get home, get showered, and have some breakfast. I am showered, I am dressed, and I am in the kitchen, which you can't really see because it's just a blank wall, to make my breakfast. And my breakfast hasn't changed really at all since the day of eating video a while back, but it is really tasty, nice and simple, lots of protein, so let's make it. So breakfast simply is 4 eggs, 2 bagels, and a bit of 4 cheese mix with some water and a can of Rain. Sponsor me. Very nice and simple, made into 2 cheese and egg bagel sandwiches that are super easy to eat, super nice and super good protein, healthy fats and carbs. I think each bagel ends up being something like 25 grams of protein and about 300-400 calories. So the whole breakfast in total is about 750 calories, 50 gram of protein, which is pretty good. It's nice high protein, nice high calorie. Bagels are a good source of carbs, cheese and eggs, good source of healthy fats and protein. Lots of vitamins in those egg yolks as well. So really pleased, really happy. That's what I'm going to make, then I'm going to show you it, and I'm going to eat it. So there we have it, 2 cheese and egg bagel, 2 eggs per bagel. Really nice, solid breakfast. That's what I'm going to have. And if you're interested as well, with this, I take a multivitamin, omega-3s, calcium, magnesium and zinc as sort of my first half of my vitamins for the day. And then later on with my dinner, I take a second round of stuff. So I'll be going over my supplements as well, but, you know, just sort of a side thing. The main important thing is the food. But it is now just past 9 o'clock, so I need to get on with some work. So let me turn my laptop on, do a morning's worth of work, and then we'll catch you around lunchtime. Alright guys, it has been a few hours. I've got lots of work done, lots of meetings, all of that really fun stuff. But it is about 20 to 12, so 20 minutes to midday, and it is time for me to go out and stretch my legs in the sun. I like to do a walk just before every single meal, so obviously the cardio in the gym is the one before breakfast, and now I like to get some fresh air and go for a walk just before lunch, and I usually tie this in to walking into town to go and buy some stuff from the shop. So I actually need a very exciting daily shop of some drain unblocker to unblock my sink. So that is some really exciting top tier content for you guys. So I'm going to get out, I'm going to stretch my legs, go for a wander, and then we will get back, unblock my sink, and then we will make some lunch. I've got the goods, my lovely drain unblocker, and we are heading back to unblock the drain and have some lunch. So we are back from our little walk. The walk down to the shop and back is about 15-20 minute round trip. So it's a nice solid little walk before lunch. I like to do a walk around meal times because it helps digestion and just helps you feel better about eating larger quantities, but it also is just good to get out and stretch your legs, especially as me, someone who works from home. I could easily spend like 6 to 12 hours straight seated at a laptop, so it's always good to get up and stretch your legs every so often. So that is what I'm doing. But now it is lunchtime. It is just past midday, so that is where I like to have my lunch, a bit earlier than some people might have it. But I find if I have lunch now, then I can give it an hour or so before I go to the gym, and then after the gym I have about an hour as well before dinner. So it just spaces out my meals nicely, and as I wake up fairly early and have breakfast fairly early, it is not too bad. I stick to the 3 meals system, which works for me. I can eat quite a bit in one sitting, so I don't need to spread it out across multiple meals. But yeah, lunch, we are going to have an omelette, so that's 4 more eggs, bringing the egg count up to 8 for the day. A bit more cheese in that as well. Love a bit of 4 cheese mix, it's great. And then just some white rice and peas mixed in, just some nice green veg and easy carbs in the white rice. And then a big old bowl of beetroot, which has been my secret weapon for a few years now. Beetroot is a fantastic, healthy vegetable. It has a lot of nitrates in it that lower blood pressure, keep everything moving nice. It's just another natural multivitamin that I like to have. Plus, I think it tastes really good. I'm a fiend for vegetables. I like every single veg, so I try to have a good variety of veg every single day. But beetroot is a staple every single day for me. And it's good because it's quite satiating, it's quite filling, and it's not that many calories. So it's a good thing to have. But my meals are slightly unorthodox compared to most normal strongmen. I don't eat much meat. Most of my protein is from eggs and other sources. So that is how I enjoy to do it. And I mean, you can tell it doesn't exactly go anywhere bad, does it? So it works. But I'm going to make up my lunch, show you it, and then we're going to eat it. This Salter omelette maker is the best purchase that has ever happened for me at all. I've used it every single day since I got it. It makes the perfect omelette every single time. I mean, just look at this when I open it. It is absolutely gorgeous. They make such good omelettes every time. I could just stick it on, forget about it, don't have to flip it, don't have to do anything, and make the rest of my lunch. Top tier. This isn't an ad for Salter omelette makers, but if you're trying to eat as many eggs as I do every day, it is a must-have. All right, here we are. We've got the beetroot, we've got the rice and peas, and we've got the perfect omelettes. That is my lunch. Very plain, but all of my meals are just covered in pink salt, which is an absolute life hack, by the way. I used to get really bad cramping a lot of the time, especially in my calves and in my feet. And since I've been having a lot of pink salt on my meals, it's completely gone away. So not only is drinking lots of water a really helpful thing, but making sure you actually get enough good salt in your diet really helps prevent cramps. But I'm going to eat this all, and then I'm going to get back to work. All right, so another few hours of work done. It is now 1:45 in the afternoon, which means I am about to head off and go to the gym. As I said, I am very fortunate in the fact that I can choose my own hours with my work, so it means that I can take a 2-hour gap in the afternoon to go out and go to the gym and smash out my training session, and I just replace that with an hour on the front of my day and the hour on the end of my day. So I start an hour earlier and I finish an hour later usually. So that is that. It's a leg day today, so I'm going to get my pre-workout and my intro workout shake sorted, head off to the gym, and I'm going to record a few
of my sets. Today on the menu, it is 200 kilo squat for a couple sets of 3 to 6, then leg press, leg extension, leg curl, and Nordic drop. So proper leg day destruction today. I'll film what I can. It's usually pretty difficult to film in the gym, so we will see what I can get filmed. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to catch you after. So about an hour and a half later, we are done with the session, and God, it was a brutal one. You can see I've somehow got a forearm pump from doing legs. No, it was a really solid leg session. I did 200 kilo squat for 2 sets of 6. My personal best on 200 before this was a single set of 5. So legs are just feeling super strong at the minute. Honestly think there's 8 to 10 reps in the tank on 200 kilo now. The way those moved, it just felt awesome. Follow that up with, as I said, leg press and then the usual leg accessories, none of which I got to film, but you saw the important bit, which was the squats. But yeah, I think I have all the backwards walking and the knee rehab stuff that I've been doing the last month or two to thank for how much better my squats are feeling, because it was never a strength issue with my legs and my squats. It was always the fact that I injured my knee about a year ago, and both of my knees have been suffering with patella tendonitis for a short while now. So doing all this backwards walking, knee rehab, mainly doing my accessories like the leg press and the leg extensions, completely bare knee now. We're building up that tendon strength, and it's really showing with being able to finally use all of the muscle that I've built in my legs to truly show what I'm capable of on squats now that I'm doing it painless. So really pleased with how that's moving now. Yeah, 200 for 2 sets of 6 is just mental. So really pleased. I'm going to get home now, and I'm going to get changed and showered and all of that, and get on with some work, and that'll be that. So now we are back home, we are changed, we are fresh, and it is time to put in the rest of my shift and finish off my day of work. So I'm going to sit down, get on the laptop, do some work, and then once I have finished that off, we will be making dinner. So that is the plan. Nothing too interesting from here on out work-wise. So I'm just going to get my head down and get it done. Alright, so the day's work is done. It is just past 6 PM now, and I am making my dinner. So for dinner I have a couple bits of breaded chicken. This is my only meat of the day. It is always good to get some in. I just don't like any meat. I really can't stomach it. I don't know why. I wish I could. It'd make Strongman a lot easier. But breaded chicken is about as much as I can handle. So that is what we do. They're pretty decent in themselves. 250 calories, like 25 to 30 grams of protein each, and I have 2 of them. So it is decent. We have some more white rice, and then whichever veg I decide is good enough. A lot of veg. I love veg. So I'm going to put that all together, then we're going to eat it. So yeah, here we have it, my dinner. We got some asparagus, some white rice, as I said, and our 2 big chicken steaks there, the breaded chicken. Pretty sad, pretty boring, to be honest. Absolutely covered in pink salt, as I said. But it's nice and easy. I can eat it every day, and it causes me no problems. Nutrition doesn't have to be complicated. As long as it's pretty healthy and you can do it every day, just eat what you want, basically. Obviously, that's within reason. For something like Strongman, nutrition really is that simple. It's about getting enough of good quality calories in the correct ratios, and that's about it. There's no secret hacks, life hacks that you can do to boost certain things at certain times. Like, obviously, nutritionists will tell you differently, but a lot of them are wanting to charge you money. Proper nutrition can just be achieved pretty easily. Like, obviously at the top level, you're going to want a nutritionist to be the absolute best, to get the most out of your body. You're going to want a nutritionist. But for me, someone who's an amateur strongman, still on quite a bit of a budget, you know, I've got a pretty standard job. It doesn't pay massively. I've got, a normal food shop, just some asparagus, some white rice, and some chicken steaks. It's pretty cheap. Same with the eggs, just lots of eggs. It's easy, cheap stuff that you can get, pretty standard, and that is perfect for me. It's enough for me. So obviously this stuff's pretty simple to do. You could just season it however you want. Seasoning doesn't cost calories unless it's in some sort of massive sauce. So yeah, my advice for nutrition is keep it simple, keep it easy, just keep it clean as well. Don't think keeping it simple, keeping it easy means a microwave meal every single meal. You still want to be using raw ingredients, cooking yourself for the most part. If I enjoyed normal chicken without breading on it, I'd have that instead, but I don't. I can't stomach it without the breading. So that is what we do. But yeah, just keep it clean, keep it easy, and you'll be flying. So once dinner is out the way, that is me for the evening. I can do then whatever I want because I was fortunate enough to train during the day. Obviously, if you're someone with a more strict 9 to 5, then training would be in the evening, and that is when I used to train as well before. It was more flexible. So yeah, now after I've had dinner, the evening is my own. At around 8 p.m, sort of time, 8, 9 p.m, I have my final sort of meal of the day, which is just a protein shake. I don't like to have a post-gym shake anymore because I have dinner straight after, and obviously proper food is far better for you than a shake, but I still like to get a shake in just before bed because it just goes right through you. It's not super heavy, so I can sleep on it quite well. But that is it for the day for me, so I'll catch you back when we're making that shake up, but otherwise that's pretty much my day. I actually almost forgot to mention my second round of supplements that I take with my dinner. It is just simply a glucosamine and another omega-3, so more joint health stuff that's just a bit of a top up because my joints are something that I'm really conscious about at the minute, as you saw with the backwards walking this morning. So just keeping those joint supplements up has been really helpful. So that is all the supplementation I take at all. Is just those ones I mentioned this morning and those two in the evening. That is literally it. That is all I take apart from creatine and protein powders. Literally it. So nice and simple, and you don't even have to take the supplements that I'm taking, to be honest. As long as your diet's good, then you're pretty much sorted. Alright, it is now 8:45 at night. I have got my protein shake as I said I would, and I've spent the majority of this evening editing this exact video, so that is where I'm going to leave it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you're that interested, on the very end of my day when it is I go to bed, then it's just going to be between 10 and 11 usually, not particularly late. Get a good amount of sleep. Sleep's the most important thing in the world, but hopefully it's been interesting and insightful to see how I go about my day. It's not the most interesting or exciting of daily routines. It's a very normal, relatable one, I'm sure, for a lot of you, but at the end of the day, I'm an amateur strongman, so it is really just a hobby for me in and around my work life and my general day-to-day life. So that is what you've seen today, but you've seen how I fit it all in and how I conduct myself pretty much every single day. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you like this video, please be sure to like it down below. Comment down below where your training fits into your daily routine, any tips and tricks to keep it consistent and keep your daily routine flowing nice and easily. But otherwise, if you enjoyed this video and want to see weekly training content about strongman and just general fitness and in general, then please be sure to go ahead and hit subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any future videos. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Toby and I'll see you in the next one.